Welcome back to another episode of Sound Pals Go to the Movies. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Nosferatu from 2024. So just a fair warning, there's going to be spoilers up ahead, so you've been warned. A gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and the terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horrors in its wake. So let's begin with my first pro. It's the cast. We do have big names, but more importantly, we have amazing talent. We have Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Hoult, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Emma Corrin, Simone McBurney, William Dafoe, and Bill Skarsgård. All amazing in the roles. I can't really pick one who didn't deliver on the roles, but I still gotta say that I know for a fact who played Count Orlok, but in my mind, I can't accept it was Bill. It's not that you don't see him in full light, but it's his voice, his acting, and minimal exposure that plays a trick on your mind. And the way he uses his hands so well, just like the actor Max Schreck who played Orlok in the 1922 Nosferatu. Also, Lily Rose Depp really sold her character well. William Dafoe is always great. I can't say enough of the cast, so let's move on. Next pro, how I believe this movie was made, taking the 1922 Nosferatu film and then Bram Stoker Dracula from 1992 and saying, now kiss and make a baby, and also adding a few drops of artistic elements in there. And you get this, a great film or remake. Also, William Dafoe was in the movie Shadows of the Vampire, in which he played Max Schreck, the original Orlok, during the filming of the 1922 Nosferatu film. But in that film, Orlok is a real vampire who got casted to play Orlok. Sort of a trippy idea. And in the present film, he plays the person who is after Orlok. Same goes for Nicholas Hoult. He was recently in the film Renfield, playing Renfield, who is the assistant to Dracula, alongside with Nicolas Cage. Also, you get elements from the Bram Stoker Dracula from 1992 film or the book, and also Nosferatu from 1922, which you can call a knockoff of the book. But nowadays, it's just synonymous with Dracula. But what I really enjoyed best was how they gave Orlok the mustache to look more like Vlad the Impaler, or the original person from which Nosferatu, Dracula, or vampires all come from. Even the accent that Bill made sounded a bit Romanian to me. Some of the audience members laughed at the mustache, but I gotta understand that they might not really know historical references that linked it to Vlad, so they must have gotten their knowledge from vampires from Twilight. Just joking. Twilight has no knowledge of vampires. Next pro. The whole tone of the film seems to fit a remake, as well as the music. It fits nicely. Nothing feels forced, but yet it all seems to flow easily, just like Orlok in the Shadows. So I got to give it up to Robert Eggers. He actually pulled it off. I just wanted to see how well he can tackle this, and he did not disappoint. Now let's move on to my cons. I really don't have any, but if I would have to come up with anything, I would say maybe if you have William Dafoe as Professor Albin, why not, just hear me out, have Johnny Depp as Van Helsing, the vampire hunter, to team up with. But here, there's a twist. Both William and Johnny are both a bit loose in the head, and that's why people don't really believe them at first. But at the end, they're both the ones who come through. Also, maybe you can have one of them or both die at the end as a sacrifice, but that's just a suggestion, not really a con, since having dad, Johnny, and daughter Lily on set would be kind of weird with some of the scenes they had to film on hand. So my grade for this film is going to be an 8.5 out of 10. Robert Eggers took the Nosferatu, Count Orlok, Dracula, or Vlad, whatever you want to call him, and he made it something that I gotta say was well done. And that in these days of remakes is hard to do. It felt original and not like he was taking a piss on it. I also enjoyed the whole cast and the set design, as well as them recording in the exterior of the Corvin Castle, which was the same castle they used for Nosferatu the Vampire from 1979 film. This showed Robert paying homage to the previous films that came before him. All I gotta say is I highly recommend this film for fans of Dracula or Nosferatu. So that does it for this review of Nosferatu 2024. Please join us next time where we're going to review Den of Thieves 2 Pantera.
It's not about the money, it's about the challenge.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. You can find our social media links below. And like always, keep watching movies.